Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Destiny video. Now in today's video, I want to talk to you about one of the fastest ways to complete Eris' bounties. As you're no doubt familiar, Eris is the kind of like main point of contact for all things Dark Below. She has her own reputation system and she gives out bounties. Now I'm currently grinding my levels up. I'm trying to get to, I'm just a little bit away from level 3, literally kind of half a bounty will already get me there, so I'm very nearly there. But I thought, you know what I'd do is, I found kind of like a really quick way to sort of get through our bounties and burn through them in like next to no time, so I figured I'd pass that on to you guys. So if we jump over to the director, now you know that if you were playing the Dark Below on the day it came out, this option wasn't actually there. So the reason I'm raising this is because if you haven't checked your maps recently, or you haven't really looked around, then you might have sort of overlooked this one. But up here, this was actually the very first mission in the Dark Below, and initially it was given as a sort of quest chain or bounty thing. It was a triangle icon as opposed to the usual circle one, and it meant that once you completed it, you couldn't replay it. A lot of people complained, Bungie then re-added it, and now you can go and do this whenever you want. And the reason we're going to use this mission is because it's really good for ticking off pretty much every single one of the bounties. I say pretty much because there is actually one other location I will actually talk about in a second, which I prefer for a particular bounty, but for the most part, you can do this. Now the reason this is so good is because typically if you've done a fair few of Eris' bounties, you're no doubt familiar with at least one of them on a daily basis is normally to either kill a Blade of Crota, which is the new sort of like sword wielding guy, or use his blade, his sword, to then go and kill some hive afterwards. So typically if you've done that before, you would then go and sit on Earth or sit on the moon and find the spawn locations for the sword of Crota, or the blade of Crota should I say, and you jump between those. However, the reason I'm using this mission is because there is a guaranteed spawn for a sword of Crota. So we're going to start off by going that way, and then we're going to run sort of towards where you'll find him. And the best thing about this one is that you run in, you get the kill, and then you go back to orbit and you load straight back in, and you can literally get there in next to no time. If I'm a Blade Dancer, I'm just going to go invisible, run past all of these guys. Pay attention here, you'll see a hell of a lot of hive in and around here, and some more spawn a little bit, but I'll come back here in a second. For the time being, I want to focus on the Blades of Crota. So you literally run, I've been running for say 20-30 seconds so far. Just duck in here, go around the corner, and then as soon as we come down these stairs and swing right, you'll see 3 acolytes that are summoning a Blade of Crota. So you can then pop them off if you want to, and then wait for him to spawn, and there he is. So you can kill this guy here. And there you go. So, if you have the bounty to kill Hive Knights, at this point you would then go back to orbit and you would start again. Alternatively, if you've got the one to kill Hive enemies with the sword or the relic, you then pick this up, run straight up here, and straight away, right around the corner, you'll find a group of Thrall. So then you slam down the ground and you've killed 4 or 5 there. You go down here again, there are some more Thrall, so then you jump around, do another ground pound. There's already another few down there, and if you've still got some time before the sword runs out, then you can go and get these acolytes here. A couple of knights down here, some more Thrall come out the buildings out there. You've obviously got your super as well, so slam on down there, and then you'll see that by the time you've cleared the room, you should be able to clear the entire room before the sword expires or kind of explodes. And then you are now done. Typically you have to get, I believe it's 15 hive kills with the sword, so by that time you've probably already done that. So you can drop the sword and then you're done. So already we've got 2 ways to tick off 2 of the bounties. You either kill the Blade of Crota and you then go back to orbit and come back in and do this 3 times, because you only ever have to kill 3 of them, or you take your sword and run in the next room, go crazy, and then you've done that bounty. Then alternatively, on top of that, you also have the bounty sometimes to get precision kills while under the effect of a Black Wax Idol. Now right at the start you could have already popped that and then sort of run through, so when I killed those 3 acolytes I would have already got 3 precision kills. And then what you can then do is come back here, and I like to sort of save it because as you see right now there are a hell of a lot of enemies. So you can you can pop them all off. Try and sort of watch out for the cursed Thrall, because if you shoot them when they're grouped up they are obviously going to waste your kills. But as you can see here, I'm going to pop off a load of these enemies, get some nice precision kills. Watch out for Omnigul. In fact, if you're going to come back out here, it's probably worth shooting her for a bit so she despawns. But I'm going to leave her there for the time being. So yeah, you can use that to get the precision kills. Now, if you're a hunter, then sometimes you get the one to use a solar or a arc kind of ability. Then you can obviously go and use your Blade Dancing ability. I find that's often the best one to use. And then you just go and similarly go to where those Thrall just were, and then you go and drop the right trigger attack, and you'll just sort of like kill a load of them in no time. Or similarly, if you are using or doing the bounty to kill people with a throwing knife, then you can also do that here. The same would obviously apply to Titans and Warlocks. I'm not actually too familiar with what your class-specific bounties are, but the fact is, whatever you've got, typically it will be kill Hive with some kind of ability, so you can go here and do that. Another good one that I saw the other day, was to kill enemies from behind. And one of the best things to do, or one of the easiest ways to do that, is again to go back to the area where those 3 acolytes were, and they were sort of like spawning the Blade of Crota. And because they sit down on the ground for, like, say about 5-10 seconds, something like that. By the time they're sort of summoning the blade, you can actually just go and walk behind them and shoot them in the back of the head, and that will then count as a kill from behind, and that obviously works towards your counter. So if you do happen to have those two coinciding, you've got kill them from behind and kill a Hive Knight, then you can tick off 2 at the same time. Then on top of that, for example, there's a bounty where you have to get kills while wearing Eris' class item. Now that doesn't matter where you do it. You can do that here, you can do it in a strike, you can do it in the the very first mission on the moon. Either one, all you want to do is make sure you're wearing Eris' bounty, Eris' kind of class item, should I say? Sorry, not a bounty. What I'm now going to do is jump to the next location. You can probably already guess where I'm about to go, but I will jump there right now and I'll catch you on the other side. Yep, that's right, you guessed it, I am here right on the very first mission on the moon, and I'm doing the part where it says we've woken the Hive, and you can walk forward and kill all the enemies you need to. There's sometimes a bounty that you have to get, rapid kills with a special weapon. Obviously don't use a sniper rifle like I'm doing right here. Typically swap to something like a shotgun, and then you just walk around and, wait for the thrall to sort of group up on you, and then as soon as they sort of run near, then just pop them in the face with the shotgun, get your kind of 3 or 5 rapid kills, and then you'll have that special weapon kill bounty done in no time. Similarly, you could also do this for, say for example, you're a hunter and you've got to get rapid kills in succession with an arc ability or like an arc blade ability. Then you can go here, run straight to the door, activate your arc blade, and then you can just sort of like pick them off and sort of like almost complete that bounty the second the door's open. So that is also really good. This is generally my favourite location. This is where I go also to level up my Husk of the Pit. Because I've got to get Hive kills, so this is a really, really good location if you need to kill Hive, or just in general, if you're doing general bounties like the Vanguard ones where you've got to get, like faster fusion rifle kills or kill multiple enemies with a fusion rifle per shot, then similarly this is a really good place to go. So this is one of my favourite kind of like bounty completion zones to go to. So, between this and the first mission, you pretty much have everything you need to complete all of the bounties for Eris. Obviously, the ones that are specifically for, replaying missions on Heroic, then obviously you need to do that mission, or doing the strike, different things like that. All of those things like that, they will obviously be in specific locations. But for the time being, save you having to run around on, say, patrol missions trying to find the Blades of Crota, or trying to sort of like run around and find big groups of Hive. These are the 2 best locations to go to complete pretty much all of Eris' bounties. When I first started, before that Fist of Crota mission was in place, completing all of Eris' bounties could take, up to an hour, whereas now I can do it in about 20 minutes, given that, I've got a kind of repeatable location for a Blade of Crota. So that is pretty much it. Obviously, there are a few other bounties, and if you want some sort of tips on particular bounties or where to go for those ones, then do, by all means, drop a comment down below and ask me a question. I'll be happy to answer that. But otherwise, for the most part, between these 2 missions, between these 2 locations, you will have everything you need to quickly complete Eris' bounties, and then sort of, get rid of them for the day. So that is it for this video. Hopefully you found it helpful, hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like button down below, that thumbs up, give it some support, and also don't forget to subscribe for daily gaming videos. Also, don't forget to hit me up on Twitter. I'm on holiday now for the next kind of like week before I fly off to Japan, so if you want to sort of play Destiny with me, then drop me a message on Twitter, or like kind of sometimes if I go online, I'll leave a message there saying I'm jumping on Destiny now. If you want help with Nightfalls or missions and things like that, then let me know. Yeah, my Twitter is on screen right now, but otherwise it's AREKKZ, so you can hit me up there. But otherwise, thank you for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.